Hello, world. I'm here again to talk about Grand Canyon lottery statistics. I'm 3 lotteries behind, and my apologies for that. I've been very busy with life and other things, but I've still been tracking the data in my public spreadsheet. And today I'm going to talk to you a little bit about it. Of course, this project involves me compiling Grand Canyon non-commercial lottery data. Every time there's a lottery, I do it in this spreadsheet, which will be linked in the video. And the reason I'm doing this project is because I want everyone who's passionate about the Grand Canyon to be aware of this access issue. So one thing that comes to mind really when I think of this, the point of all this is this artistic photo. It's a time lapse of just a single day in the lower stretches of the Grand Canyon. Technically, it's not in the park, but as you can see from the photo, it's very much Grand Canyon-esque. Peter McBride took this photo as part of his a project he did examining, development in the Grand Canyon and what is happening there. So how, he asked I think some really good questions like, what is happening in the Grand Canyon? Um, is it really, what does the most protected park in the United States look like? And I think this is a good rendition of this. One thing that I definitely see that's missing in this photograph is anything without a motor, right? Where are all the ore boats? And then the other thing that's just honestly, it's sickening to me is all the air traffic. There's probably 100 helicopters in here. So just the air pollution, or sorry, the noise pollution alone would really disrupt the Grand Canyon experience. Let's looking at another another photograph Peter McBride has. I think is really telling is this shot of this is Hoover Dam, and it's the early stages of construction of the this bridge that went in to protect the dam from any sort of vehicle terrorism. It's called the Pat Tillman Memorial Bridge. And then there's this video on his website, which I think I like this photo because it's much more indicative of what you would think a Grand Canyon scene would be. So there's a lot of facets to this issue. Um, so looking at the data, and one thing that Peter McBride leaves out, he talks about mining, talks about Wallapai development, he talks about the I want to say it's the Navajo's attempts to build a tramway down to Little Colorado. Just all these threats that are hitting the canyon. And one thing that's just slid under the radar is commercial use, and I mean that rafting commercial use, right? Because you have all these, if you have money or you want to see the canyon, you just got to buy a ticket, right? You can buy a ticket on a commercial rafting trip just as easy as you can buy a flight on one of these helicopters or one of these tour boats or one of these walleye boats. The trips are a little bit longer, 3 to 12 days, but it's the whole canyon has been commercialized at this point. And for the people who want to do it themselves and go the non-commercial route, they're blocked. They're blocked by a lottery. And so if we just look at the latest data from the lotteries from the 2018 year, we can see that there's been 18,295 people who've applied to lotteries or lottery applications. The same person could apply in theory to all these lotteries if they've lost every one. And of those, there's been 15,564 losers. So it's much, much harder to go by yourself or to get a permit yourself than it is to buy a ticket on a helicopter or a Wallapai boat or a jet boat or a commercial motorboat or a commercial oar boat. in the canyon proper, right? We're looking at, how do you quantify the barrier of entry? Well, this year it's at almost 97%. We're looking at 96.74% of applications fail to win. So these are people who don't get to see the canyon. I made screencasts for the lotteries up until June. So let's look at the August 2nd lottery. We can see that we had 427 applications competing for 8 launches. Of course, all this data in this spreadsheet is publicly available. You can just go file, make a copy, and build onto it yourself. You can send me feedback if you see any mistakes or things you'd like to add. This is very much a community developed project, and this data is all publicly available. So for these 8 permits, we can see our odds of losing were in the 90th, above the 95th percentile for every single permit. So if you won, congratulations, you got very lucky. Moving forward to the sorry, I'm trying to see the date on this lottery. We did August 2nd. Oh, I don't know if I did June 7th. So we'll look at this one. June 7th had 911, so almost 1,000 applications for 20 permits. Just a crushing loss rate. You look at your median loss rate, which is the most common number in the data set, 97th percentile. So, none of this is new. A lot of these numbers are the same. I just want to keep everyone informed on where they're at. And if you did one, I want you to realize how lucky you are. And just understand quantitatively what's happening in the canyon. Looking at the August 30th lottery application, we're at 11 permits for 300, and just I'll round up for even numbers, 325 applications. It says 324 there, so I could say that too. Again, just we're looking at loss rates again in the 97th percentile. I mean, even look at this. This is December. You had 77 people competing for this December 30th permit. 77 people wanting to go into the Grand Canyon on their own in the heart of the winter, the heart of the Arizona winter. There's a ton of demand for these permits. And, these are people who are blocked by access by the system. They presumably don't want to buy a trip on a helicopter, buy a trip on a motorboat, or buy a trip on an oar boat. They want to go themselves. And there's a lot of them. Every application cycle, there's a lot of them. So that's the latest update for numbers on how hard it is to win the Grand Canyon follow-up lottery. One last note. I've been pretty unactive on Facebook as a platform. Like most people in my generation, we're kind of letting that go. I think it's great for advocacy like this, and there's a long list of everything it's not great for. But I will try and keep this project going and continue posting to the Grand Canyon Voters Facebook page whenever I make a screencast like this. So thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys later.